Naismith was born on November 6, 1861, in Almonte, Canada West, province of Canada, now part of Mississippi Mills, Ontario, Canada, to Scottish parents. Despite some sources to the contrary, Naismith never had a middle name and never signed his name with an A initial. The A was added by someone in administration at the University of Kansas. Gifted in farm labor, Naismith spent his days outside playing catch, hide and seek, or duck on a rock, a medieval game in which a person guards a large skipping stone from opposing players who try to knock it down by throwing smaller stones at it. To play duck on a rock most effectively, Naismith soon found that a soft lobbing shot was far more effective than a straight hard throw, a thought that later proved essential for the invention of basketball. Orphaned early in his life, Naismith lived with his aunt and uncle for many years and attended grade school at Benny's Corners near Almonte. Then he enrolled in Almonte High School in Almonte, Ontario, from which he graduated in 1883. In the same year, Naismith entered McGill University in Montreal. Although described as a slight figure, standing 5 feet 10.5 inches, 1.791 meters, and listed at 178 pounds, 81 kilograms, he was a talented and versatile athlete, representing McGill in football, lacrosse, rugby, soccer, and gymnastics. He played center on the football team and made himself some padding to protect his ears. It was for personal use, not team use. He won multiple Wicksteed medals for outstanding gymnastics performances. Naismith earned a BA in Physical Education, 1888, and a diploma at the Presbyterian College in Montreal, 1890. At the end of his career, in 1938 and 1939, he would receive honorary doctorates from both institutions. From 1888 to 1890, Naismith taught physical education and became the first McGill Director of Athletics, but then left Montreal to study at the YMCA International Training School in Springfield, Massachusetts. Naismith played football during his 1 year as a student at Springfield, where he was coached by Amos Alonzo Stagg and scored a touchdown in the first exhibition of indoor college football at Madison Square Garden. The first game of basketball was played in December 1891. In a handwritten report, Naismith described the circumstances of the inaugural match. In contrast to modern basketball, the players played 9 versus 9, handled a soccer ball, not a basketball, and instead of shooting at 2 hoops, the goals were a pair of peach baskets. In 1935, the National Association of Basketball Coaches, founded by Naismith's pupil Fogg Allen, collected money so the 74-year-old Naismith could witness the introduction of basketball into the official Olympic sports program of the 1936 Summer Olympic Games in Berlin. His masterwork, Basketball, Its Origins and Development, was published posthumously in 1941. Also in 1941, the National Academy of Kinesiology, née American Academy of Physical Education, recognized Naismith posthumously for creating the game of basketball by granting him their Creative Award. The Naismith Memorial Basketball Hall of Fame in Springfield, Massachusetts, is named in his honor, and he was an inaugural inductee in 1959. The National Collegiate Athletic Association rewards its best players and coaches annually with the Naismith Awards, among them the Naismith College Player of the Year, the Naismith College Coach of the Year, and the Naismith Prep Player of the Year. After the Olympic introduction to men's basketball in 1936, women's basketball became an Olympic event in Montreal during the 1976 Summer Olympics. The original rules of basketball written by James Naismith in 1891, considered to be basketball's founding document, was auctioned at Sotheby's, New York in December 2010. Josh Swade, a University of Kansas alumnus and basketball enthusiast, went on a crusade in 2010 to persuade moneyed alumni to consider bidding on and hopefully winning the document at auction to give it to the University of Kansas. Swade eventually persuaded David G. Booth, a billionaire investment banker and KU alumnus, and his wife Suzanne Booth, to commit to bidding at the auction. Naismith was designated a National Historic Person in 1976, on the advice of the National Historic Sites and Monuments Board. In 1991, postage stamps commemorated the centennial of basketball's invention. 4 stamps were issued by Canada Post, including one with Naismith's name. In July 2019, Naismith was inducted into Toronto's Walk of Fame. On January 15, 2021, Google placed a Google Doodle celebrating James Naismith on its homepage in 18 countries, on 5 continents.